Hitless in 3 at-bats tonight. Goes after the first pitch and hammers the ball to right field. Way back there. Gone. Rios does it again. His third in limited playing time. And the Dodgers grow the lead to 5.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel. And that was not pretty. If you thought the Home Run Derby was canceled this year, you were wrong, because it took place today. The Home Run Derby at Dodger Stadium, and the Dodgers teed off on Jeff Samardzija. Didn't look good. Just going to the comments. Everyone knows Memphis Reigns disgusting Samardzija again. Rest in peace, the Giants season. Jason Azzi, devastating. And yeah, not too good. But we got in the stream today, SF Bay Area Sports Talk. Travis is here. What are your takeaways on this game?
Dude, thank you for having me on the show, Eric. And yeah, this was a frustrating game today. We had a lot of high hopes going into this series. And yeah, just some of the things that have kind of, handcuffed the Giants this season. The defense, they've basically been the worst team defensively and really uncharacteristic from, this Giants team over the years. So yeah, today, another early in the game, Samardzija, he started the game off. I liked how well he started. He seemed to be in a good rhythm, but then later innings started to kind of get away from him. And yeah, the Dodgers, it was a bandbox tonight. They hit, I think, what was it, 4 home runs, I think, 5 home runs in the game. So we had 1, but yeah, it was a frustrating game because I thought we played pretty well in the early innings, and yeah, it was a tough one to take, but there's some good things to take out of this game, out of the bullpen. Sam Selman looked absolutely terrific. I think he went 2 innings tonight and didn't allow a hit. And really in that inning, I mean, he came into a bases loaded situation with nobody out. And, at that point in the game, the Dodgers, they looked like they were going to run away and just completely, this score was going to get even worse. But, give credit to Selman for holding the job. So I like that. And Trump, a multi-hit game. Wilmer Flores, a big game tonight, a home run and another single. So I love what we're seeing, Flores. But overall, this was a tough one. But, you have to like the Giants' competitiveness in the sense that, again, this series, we can go into tomorrow and just kind of think positive thoughts and just try to forget about this loss tonight,
Yeah, we got to forget about it. But actually, I had predicted 7-4, and it was 7-2. I predicted 7-4 Dodgers. So I kind of had a feeling that Samardzija was going to give up some bombs. So this is exactly what I thought, but I predicted they were going to win the next 2. So I'm hoping that it turns out that way. We can go 2 and at least take 2 out of here, because today wasn't the day. Donovan Solano did pick up another hit. Flores picked up a couple of hits. I mean, there's a little bit to take away from it, but I don't know. What about Jeff Samardzija? I mean, is he going to be okay the rest of this year? I mean, what are we going to do about that?
Yeah, I'm right now, I think it's a kind of a big question mark because he just, through 3 starts of the year, it just hasn't really looked all that good. And, I think they were talking about how his velocity he's now pitching 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And early in his career, he was going 94, I think 95. And so really out there, Samardzija just tries to work with what he has going. And, hopefully his off-speed pitches are going well. But, yeah, just a lot of setbacks for Samardzija. And so right now, through 3 starts, I think he's still going to make it his next start. But if he has another bad start again, you have to start wondering, maybe throw in try to put someone else in there and see what they can do. This is the last year of Samardzija's contract. I think a 5-year deal is going to be up. And with him being 35, I don't see someone, with the direction that we're going right now, I don't think we'll see him back in 2021. So right now it's, you have to start kind of thinking maybe we should give a lot of these other young starters. But we'll see how he does though, his next start,
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think I'll take at least the young guys if we can see what we got, at least we're getting some development out of some guys, because Samardzija's going to go out there and pitch like this all year. I'd rather see a youngster get out there and get slammed, but
man, I totally agree.
But we got some comments. I don't want to ignore everyone. Jason Azzi is here. Will Federico, John Buchman, John Collins, World Traveler is here. Emerson Melgar, Marvin Cook. Can we please get rid of Samardzija? I'm calling Farhan later tonight. But So far, he doesn't answer the phone. So Samardzija later awful tonight. Kershaw and Buehler, you lucky to win one. LOL, sorry, disrespect. Hey, what's up, boy in blue? Guerra, big Dodgers fan. Darren Chen, or is it Darren Chan? Didn't Darren Chan work for the Giants? Yeah, Derek Chan is in the house. No, Crawford, Panda, Shark, all bug stains on our team. World Traveler can't watch. He must be watching the Astros game in the 13th inning. Trade Shark. So, yeah, Yaz and Solano. Yeah, Solano picks up another hit. He's on a 12 or 13 game hitting streak. He's just tearing it up. That's huge. And I get a lot of questions about trading. Like, I'd hate to see them trade Solano or anyone else, but I don't know. What do you think about trading someone like that for if we were going to get a serious prospect for the future when these guys are hitting so good right now, if we're out of the contention in 30 days?
Yeah, that's a good question right there. I think, I mean, if it's the right deal, then, I think the Giants should listen because, Solano is 31, so I think he's still young in the sense that he's still got several good years ahead of him. And, with us being maybe just a couple years, if not by 2021 to be competing, I think Solano could still be in the mix for, this team going into the future. But with his defense being spotty at times, again, he's getting better there. But yeah, I mean, if it's the right deal, and I think if we're out of playoff contention, then why not bring in, somebody that's younger and that's someone you can maybe pencil in. Like, again, if they pan out as a young player, you'll have someone for 10 plus years or so, 15 years, hopefully. But with Solano, you might just be looking at if we re-sign him and, keep him on a multi-year deal, maybe like 3-4 years. So yeah, I mean, I think there could be a lot of good trade opportunities for us. But again, I still am confident that we can turn this around and that, we'll be looking to acquire help for this team.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I don't know. We got started out looking pretty good, pretty decent. First couple weeks, week or so of the year, people were surprised. They're like, man, Giants are playing good baseball. But now we've lost, I think, 4 of the last 5. So if we're not careful, we're going to start digging a hole. And everyone was going to be right who said Giants aren't any good. So we need to start winning some games, and we need to start winning right now. We can't get swept here and then go to Houston and lose 2 out of 3, or really got to put it together tomorrow. And I think I don't even know who's pitching. I think they announced the pitchers tomorrow. Did you hear who's pitching tomorrow?
Let's see. No, I not off the top of my head. Let's see if we can look that up right now.
They actually announced it. I think it's Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was though.
Let's see if I can. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Definitely, like we definitely have to start playing better baseball right now because the 4 right now with this shortened 60-game season, when you play a bad 5-game stretch, that's kind of like a 10-game stretch or a 15-game stretch in a longer season. So right now, it's gonna be huge because if we don't fare well out in this series here, and then we go to Houston and don't have a good series there, then we could be in a huge hole coming back home. So it's gonna be huge. Tomorrow's game is a big one, and I'm confident we can bounce back. And we just got to take it one game at a time right now. And again, today was another growing pains. I've just been frustrated with the defense, and so I'm hoping we can turn it around.
Defense been terrible. Defense has been bad. But we got some trade-offs. Like you mentioned, Solano's defense hadn't been good, but when the guy's hitting almost 500, what are you going to do? You got to put him in the lineup. Unfortunately, it's a little trade-off. Maybe he needs to DH a little more. Remember, we asked that question the other day, and I was like, well, they need to kind of rotate DH. But maybe Solano's a guy, who could DH more because Sandoval's decent glove. He may not have great range anymore, but he's still decent glove. He can play out there,
Definitely.
So,
and then also like Darren Ruff, he's been used that designated hitter. So, I mean, if you're thinking like, okay, are we going to be using Darren Ruff? Or, like, do we have more confidence in him playing the outfield or Solano playing defense in the infield? So, decisions like that, that's where you're going to have to be thinking, okay, who are we going to put at DH? But definitely something to keep in mind.
Yeah, we got to take advantage of the DH. I wasn't a huge fan of having the DH, but we got it. So if we got it, let's use it. And someone like Solano might be perfect for that DH, the way he's been fielding. So let me get to some of the comments here. The Freak is in the house. He was wrong about the score. Yeah, I said 7-4 with 7-2. It's Jack Stone. If this were regular season, we'd be in April. John Buchman, we can't trade those guys. Yeah, it'd be sad to see anyone trade, especially because the next couple of years we're going to be looking pretty good with those prospects. It would be nice to still have Yaz and Solano and as many of these guys as we can. But then again, if we can get a good deal done, we got to think about all that. So, Will Federico Double X is here. The Giants baseball. The Giants made 18 errors this season. That's pathetic. That is terrible. Yeah. That is bad. Trade Solano for a number 2 starter. Yeah, if we can get someone that good, but we'll see. Marvin Cook, but the A's could tie it off or walk off. And yeah, we'll look at some of the other games too. But today let's look at the bullpen for the Giants. Again, Selman, you mentioned Sam Selman, 3 strikeouts and 2 innings. He's been great this year. Rigo Garcia's been pretty good this year as well through a scoreless inning. So, the bullpen is one thing I think has been all right this year. What do you think?
Yeah, and man, I've been really impressed with the bullpen. Like, they've really battled out there, and we have a lot of, young, exciting arms. Like, Tyler Rogers got called up last year. You've seen left-hander Caleb Berger, look impressive this year. And Rico Garcia, he's another great young arm. And, love to see Garcia bounce back today because, he had the very rough outing in Colorado. So, that's good for a young pitcher like that to, be able to get back out there as quickly as possible. And now, thinking good thoughts and just be able to build off that. And, it was a great for him tonight. And the bullpen, they've kept us in a lot of games too, because with the starters, with the starters having been really poor this season, we've gotten behind early in ball games. And so, when we're trailing by 3 runs or something, and then you can have, with the Giants bullpen this year, they've been able to keep that score at 3 runs or a 4-run deficit. And that, that's where you've seen us this year come back, put up a couple runs as we get going towards the later innings. So man, I love that the bullpen's been keeping us in these games still with striking distance and some innings the bullpen has imploded, but outside of those few innings where it's gone like that, I've been really impressed with what they've done. And I think, Trevor Gott too. He's looked really great at the closer position. So, it's been great what we've seen. So, I think they're just going to hopefully continue to build on this, momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's some things to take away this season. We just got to score more runs than the other team. We got to put some W's. That's the bottom line. So we haven't been able to do that lately. And don't want to start digging a hole. This is a big opportunity with the 60-game season and the expanded playoffs. So would hate to fall short on that. Even if we get in the playoffs, don't make it to the World Series. How cool to see some playoff baseball,
Right, man. We got to get that October magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get the good vibes feeling. And man, anything can happen still. We just got to keep thinking positive thoughts. And, again, there's a lot of work to still be had with this team, but, you have to love the way that they're fighting out there. They're doing the best they can. And, we're going to have to live through the growing pains of, a lot of these young players. And again, we've seen the hiccups this year, but it's all going to be worth it when we're in the future having one of the most exciting teams on the field. So that's only better days are coming forward for the Giants. And man, it's only going to get better from here, man.
Absolutely. I hope so. Yeah, especially the second month of the year is a lot easier schedule, so there's that, so things will calm down. But by the way, tomorrow is Johnny Cueto against Clayton Kershaw. That's gonna be some exciting baseball.
That's gonna be a fun one to watch, man. That's gonna be one you want to make sure you grab a seat on the couch and watch that one and enjoy that game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be sick. And Cueto has been okay this year. He's not been great, but he's been okay. And then Kershaw's coming off a freaking great start. He didn't give up a run. So we'll see what happens. That's gonna be awesome. So we need to get a win tomorrow, because if we don't win tomorrow, then that's pretty much we're gonna lose the series and we're facing a possible sweep. We don't want that. So
no, you're right, man. It's absolutely critical tomorrow. And Cueto, he's still getting back, from the injury a little bit. But what I loved is in the off season, he was working out really well and just doing insane workouts. So, I think Cueto is just hopefully going to just get better. And also with him being in really great shape, it seems he's been able to do the shimmy, if you get what I'm saying, out there. He's been doing that very well this season. I've been loving that. All about messing the timing of those hitters. Anything you can do to help create an advantage. Tyler Anderson, one of the best pickoff moves in baseball. So yeah, anything you can do to get a little edge on your opponent, that's how you do it.
Hell yeah. A's tied it up from the Astros game. World Traveler keeping us with the updates.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Thank you for the update, man. Yeah. I seen that on my phone. I seen A's Astros going to extra innings. I was like, oh man, that is a good ball game going.
Sweet. Yeah. I was just looking at some scores. I don't know if y'all can see them, but is that today? No, that's not today. That's tomorrow. Yeah. So today's games, looks like Colorado's still destroying. They beat Seattle. So,
oh man, dang. Yeah. They're really up. They're off to one of their best starts. So yeah.
That's crazy. I thought that they were that was the one team that we might be able to place higher than, and they're pretty much dominating. So
yeah, man, they've been a big surprise. I think so. Yeah, going into this year, I think we definitely would say Arizona and the Dodgers, and I think we probably had San Diego and Colorado finishing in the bottom. So yeah, I mean, with Colorado, they've been a big surprise out of the NL West this year.
Yeah, I sure have, and I'm happy that we got at least one from them during that series because they've been playing hot baseball. The Padres beat Arizona 3-0. I don't know if you saw my video. I'm talking about Madison Bumgarner. He's been struggling off to a tough start over there in Arizona.
Yeah, I've just been kind of with Bum. I just think the one thing I do wonder is obviously with the injuries he's had, with it having been a dirt bike accident, you wonder how his shoulder really is going to respond to something like that, like an impact like that. So, that's something I do wonder. And I think his velocity has diminished, but I'm confident that, he's going to bounce back and, hopefully it's just kind of, who knows? He is kind of a fish out of water in a little bit just by, not that he can't handle going to a new team and all of this going on right now. But yeah, it's been really uncharacteristic from Bum. So I think he's going to turn it around and be the Bum of old, hopefully. But I do wonder, again, with that dirt biking accident, the long-term effect of, the impacts on his shoulder. So, that, but what have you, what are your thoughts on Bum and, what do you think or what you've seen from him?
Yeah, he was still kind of declining a little bit. He's still definitely a good pitcher. You want to have him in your rotation, but I don't know if he's worth the 5 years, 85 million, 90, whatever it was he got. So I can understand why you let him go because you figure, you don't know how good he's going to be. He may be a back into the rotation guy or a 3, 4, 5 guy instead of an ace right now. But I think he'll turn it around. I think he's going to have his share of good starts. And really, he's a playoff guy, World Series guy. You want him in there in the playoffs because he's just mentally, he's just not scared of anything. And if you can get him in there in the playoffs or World Series, then that's a good thing, I think, especially if he's, this year, next year, before he's too old. So.
Yeah, man, I totally agree. I think he's probably got the best, in terms of going into the playoffs and being able to, grind it out mentally. I think he's just up there definitely and as one of the best because the performances we've seen, it's just something that I almost don't think we'll see for quite some time. I think in the World Series he has a 0.35 earned run average in 30 innings. Just insane. And then he's thrown the 2 complete game shutouts in the playoffs in 1 game playoff scenario. So, there's no one you'd rather want to have on the mound in a winner take all game. And yeah, for him to help without him, obviously, we don't win that critical game 7 in Kansas City, man. Never will forget that. I can't believe it, but back then I was working at the time and I don't know why I didn't call in sick, but so I missed the game 7, but the next one, I'm hoping I will be able to watch live. Our next game 7, whenever that will be, I anticipate it to be very soon. Could even be this year, you guys. If we somehow get in the postseason, hands on deck. Nothing. Anything can happen in the postseason. It'd be, of course, a really long shot. But if our bullpen, the way how good they've been, if we can. Again, if our starting pitching, if we have some young starters maybe that break out, and again, if they can put up some good, like Logan Webb. Imagine we go into a playoff game, you start Logan Webb or someone, and then we have our lineup going and our bullpen. Yeah, we would have a great chance to compete. So who knows? But yeah, obviously I tend to say I think I'm optimistic a lot as a Giants fan, but I like to think positive, and I think when you think negative, it's all about how you respond to things. So yeah, we're gonna see what the Giants are made of. You know, losing four out of the last 5 we've lost now. So yeah, this is the biggest test of the season right now.
Yeah, can't keep losing it. World Traveler in the house. I just want to go through the comments here. We got Darren Chin, Fred Lasayo. What's going on, everybody? The Freak is here. Someone said he's going to bed. Have a good night. Appreciate you coming into the chat and everyone out there. Yeah, and Jason Azzy, what old guys would both of you keep? For me, I mean, if you want to consider Solano old guy, I'm keeping him. Longoria's guy, he's not, he's never was the guy that we thought he'd turn out when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays and everything, but I still really like his power. Would love to keep him. And Brandon Belt, yeah, he could take it or leave him, and he gets on base. He's got great defense, and he's a longtime Giant. But other than that, yeah, I mean, those are the guys that you talk about, the old guys. I Sandoval, I can lose him, and sad, but some of these guys like Penn, Sandoval coming towards the end, I think, and then you got Crawford who just can't hit very well anymore. I love his defense though. If he's willing to be like a late inning defensive guy, that's perfect. But that's where I'm at. Would love to keep some of them if we could. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I think Solano, I agree. Like with him being 31, I think you keep him, and I think he could be a big part of, again, once we get all of these young guys in this lineup and this young team going in 2021. I mean, so yeah, Solano could be a huge fit there. But yeah, with Sandoval and Pence, I just think it's probably not the best idea to be bringing them back next year because there's so many other at bats to go there. There's not enough spots in that outfield. I mean, we only have 3 outfield spots, and so among the other spots on the roster. So it's hard to see how we will be able to get Sandoval or Pence at bats next year. So yeah, I mean, it's sad that we'll have to see them go, but you know what? We'll enjoy this 2020 season because I don't think any of us a few years ago, I mean, would have thought we would see Sandoval back in a Giants uniform. No. When Pence, going back playing with Texas last year, I don't think we thought he would be back in 2020. So yeah, no. I loved it. Just like when Michael Morris came back in 2017, I loved that, but it didn't work out obviously for us that year. But you know what? The Giants, I love that we do the best we can in honoring what our former players have done. But you do have to keep in mind when you're giving out big contracts because right now we're obviously seeing kind of what's happened as a result of that. But that I'm confident that this new ownership group that we've got, Anxiety and Scott Harris and, all of the new front office people that have done a terrific job, I'm confident they'll be able to make the best decisions when it comes down to obviously locking up the Joey Barts, the Helio Ramos, the Hunter Bishops, all of these guys in the future when we are going to sign them to those big deals and basically have them anchor this Giants lineup is going to be a lot of fun. And then adding a big name free agent. So there's so I can't wait, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry, my monitor went off. Oh yeah. Okay. So I mean, absolutely. And, we got to start moving forward at some point. I forgot to mention Posey. I think he's still got a year or two left. I think that he'll come back strong next year. He was looking really good in spring training. I was really disappointed when he opted out. I mean, obviously nothing wrong with it. It's that we all support his decision, but I really would have liked to see Posey in that lineup this year.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you because, really we've kind of been seeing him finally start to get healthy, the hip surgery. I mean, he really just never looked himself. What was it? Last year, I think the season that he hit over 300 and really just didn't have any power, just 5 home runs. And that just is a testimony to how great of a hitter Posey is that he didn't even have, his hips in his swing and he was able to hit over 300. I mean, that's insane. And doing a lot of it going to the opposite field. He's just such a professional hitter up there. And so, I was really excited to see what he could do, finally being healthy. And hopefully we'll get to see that next year. And then when, Joey Bart and then Patrick Bailey, when those guys are coming up behind the plate, it's going to be interesting to see, Posey, if he'll be at third base or first base. And then, Bailey or Joey Bart, one of those guys will be at third. So, and then, of course, one of them will be at catcher. So, that's going to be intriguing when we get to that point.
Absolutely, yeah. Some guy ate in the house. What do you do different to beat Kershaw and Walker? I have no idea. You just got to put out our best foot forward and hope that we hit. Sandoval got to go. Crawford got to go. Panda needs to go. Oh my gosh. Jason Azzi, what's going on? John Collins, everyone is here. Just want to go through it. Real Forgotten Patriot is here. What's going on? Forgotten Patriot. You wouldn't get anything for Crawford. Yeah. Some of these guys, people keep asking me, oh, would you trade Pence for some prospects? Like, we're not going to get anything for those guys. I mean, no offense, but I don't think anybody's wanting to trade some of their best prospects for any of these Pence or Crawford or Sandoval. But maybe, I don't know, we might have somebody we could trade, but not I don't think any of those guys. But yeah.
I agree with you. Like, people aren't going to want to give up top prospects. And usually if you're going to do that, it's going to be because you're maybe like one or two guys away, you think, from making a serious deep run into the postseason,
Exactly. And, someone might trade for Belt, because Belt gets on base pretty well. Maybe not so far this year, but he's been okay. Actually, he's worked quite a bit of walks. He got a great defense over there at first base. Flores is a guy who could be traded. He's pretty good. We got a lot of options there in the infield. Obviously, Solano, I don't want to see him go, but that's, so there are guys if it comes to that. But like you said, we're still thinking about making a run. It's not too late, still early in the year. We still got time, but we got to do something this road trip here. We can't just get swept in LA, get swept in Houston, or it's going to be a wrap.
Yeah, man, it's got to be key for this Giants team to bounce back in tomorrow's game and really just try to get one game in LA. We would love to be able to take 2 out of 3, but with us having lost the first game now and, facing Kershaw tomorrow, you with the matchup tomorrow, you could easily go down 0-2 in the series. So tomorrow's game is big. And, if we can go out there somehow beat Kershaw, that's going to bring the momentum right back into our dugout. And you saw in the first series, the Dodgers completely annihilated us the first 2 games, but then we answered back in games 3. And then I think that momentum carried into game 4. And so hopefully we can do something like that and then maybe somehow get a couple wins in this series. But yeah, we'll see. Right now, we'll take it one game at a time. And I think, facing Kershaw, the Giants did a good job today of getting a lot of pitches out of Julio Arias early. I think he had 72 pitches in like about the 4th inning. So and then he had to leave the game after 4 innings today. So that was great for the Giants. Sometimes we struggle with being able to work the pitchers. And so, that'll be key tomorrow with Kershaw, because a lot of, Kershaw has done so well against the Giants in his career, a lot of complete games. And that's because he gets us out in a minimum number of pitches. So tomorrow's key. I think it's going to be big to grind out at bats, like what the Giants were doing in the early innings today. But then, the later innings today, we unfortunately didn't do much, but
Yeah, every game feels more important as we start losing games. We were feeling pretty good. We had some games to lose, like we can lose here, no big deal. But starting to get to that point, we can't just keep losing now. So we need to start putting some wins out on the board quick. But let me just check what's going on in the comment section. Champagne is here. Jason Azzi, Kailani 2002 with the World Series appearance against the Angels. Hope we win tomorrow. Tommy 5 Heart Valve. Jason Azzi is here. John Collins is here. Forgotten Patriot. I'm trying to stay positive. Yep, we got to do that. Darren Chin. Yep. As much as I don't like the Astros, you shouldn't disrespect the team's fan base. Oh, no, I never would do that. Yeah. Jason Azzi. Everyone is here, so appreciate Fendi Mashups is stopping by. So tough one today. We lost 7-2, but I did predict a loss today, 7-2, 7-4. I predicted, so I still think we have a chance tomorrow with Cueto. And Cueto was a question mark coming in. What do you see from him so far? I thought he's looked okay.
Yeah, I think he's looked pretty good. I don't have his exact numbers up at the moment right now, his season stats, but he's looked good and finally being able to get deep into games. And so, with Cueto, just being able to bounce back from the injury, of course, the Tommy John injury. And I really would love to see him get back to the form when his first season with the Giants. I mean, just a spectacular year when he won like 18 games, and it seemed like every game he was going 7-8 innings, allowing like 1 run, getting 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. And I think Cueto can get back to being that guy because he worked so hard in the offseason. So, it's unfortunate that, he still looked pretty decent. Again, I don't have the exact stats of this season, but I think he's a guy that I've said this season. I think if we can get into the playoffs, he's a guy I would love to pitch in a, one game playoff scenario. Cueto, I mean, we did start him, I think, against the Cubs back in 2016 it was. So yeah, definitely looking forward to this start for Cueto tomorrow, and I think he's going to deal against the Dodgers.
I hope so. Yeah, he started 3 games this year, pitched 12.2 innings, 11 strikeouts, so not too bad. He's striking out almost a guy per inning, giving up 14 hits, a little high, 7 runs. I mean, it's not, anything out crazy, but it's okay, so
yeah,
we'll see. He's 0-0. He still hasn't got any wins. He hasn't got any losses, so he's in line for a big win tomorrow. Hopefully he can put in 5 or 6 innings. Dubon against Kershaw, 2 for 2 with a home run and double, needs to start tomorrow.
I love that prediction.
Yeah.
I mean, he did hit a big home run against Kershaw. I think it was last year. And so I think Dubon has got some sneaky ownage on Clayton Kershaw. So he's going to be a sneaky pick in the lineup tomorrow to do some big time damage against Kershaw. So, I think we'll see hopefully an early big 2-run, maybe 3-run home run, something from Dubon against Kershaw again. But I think Dubon's been swinging the bat really well, so that's a good formula for success to happen tomorrow for Dubon. A nice opportunity right now. So yeah, great. I like that right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. James Decker is here. Darren Chin, World Traveler. Everyone is here. Double X. So appreciate everyone jumping into the chat and participating. I hope we win tomorrow. Heart Valve. Yep. So anyway, we got to do our freaking picks. Okay,
yes.
For the post game.
I love it. What are we gonna? We can't call this the KNBR Radio Rap, but what kind of a name should we give it?
I don't know. Let's think about it. But
yeah, we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about our pregame, our post game stream picks for now. I don't know till we come up with something more catchy. But and if there's no one on the Giants, you could always take someone on the other team just like they do, but I would try to stick to the Giants. And for me, my guy today is gonna be, I'm gonna go with my guy. I know he only got 1 hit, but Solano with that hitting streak. I know he made an error, but he got a hit and an RBI, and it was a big run batted in, give us a 1-0 lead. Really got my hopes up, got the excitement going in the game, and he's been so good this season. I'm gonna take Solano again for my guy.
I love it, man. Fabulous pick right there, man. Dude, that's a great one. Now for me, I am gonna go with the catcher, Chadwick Trump. Another multi-hit game from him, and we've seen the pop in his bat, the power from him. So, man, I've just been really excited with his at-bats. And now the one thing with Trump that I think he's still working is his defense. I think during the game today, it was kind of questionable. There was a runner on base, and he had his knee on the ground with the runner on base. And so I do wonder with that because, if a runner is going to be trying to steal off him, it's going to be really hard for him to, with it, having a knee on the ground. He should be, having both feet on the ground. So, I think he's still kind of learning and still kind of adjusting with the rhythm with a lot of the veteran pitchers. But, his bat has just been so impressive in the power. So, yeah, I love Chadwick Trump. He is my pick for tonight. I thought he had great at-bats again tonight. So, and Tyler Hanneman this year too. He's had great at-bats this season. So, yeah, the Giants catching you wouldn't have thought we were going to get production being that Aramis Garcia was injured, Posey opting out. So yeah, it's been awesome to get the production from the catching spot this year.
Oh yeah, good pick. I thought you were gonna pick. Selman.
Oh yes, I think I was thinking about him, and then but Sam Selman. If I would go for, I definitely would have to say, if we're going to really break it down to, Selman's performance tonight really for the Giants was the player of the game because, he just looked so impressive out there, and especially bases loaded, nobody out, and it was 5-1. I mean, he could have easily went in there and gave up a couple more runs, and the Dodgers could have been 10-1 or something really fast. But you know what? He really still kept us in the game because that inning, I think he went 2 innings and then he only allowed 1 run in the inning with the bases loaded, but the Solano, I think he lost the grip on the exchange on the single play. So unfortunately that happened, but Selman just amazing. And yeah, and then we got the home run from Wilmer Flores. So, it was a 6-2 ball game, and yeah, we've come back down 4 runs. So yeah, big credit to Selman tonight, because if he doesn't do what he did, then yeah, and towards the end of the game, we still aren't in it down 4 runs.
Yeah. That's an unfortunate error, but overall, I love what everyone's doing, and hopefully we just got to get some W's. Ernesto Parra, Dodgers, some guy. Somebody said, I don't know where. Here with Edwin Solano. That's my cousin. Are you Donovan Solano's cousin? Because if so, we got to get Donovan on the show.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
And I speak Spanish, so we can make it work
in the show today.
Yeah, that's cool. Edwin Solano. If that's your cousin, that's cool. Tell him that we are huge fans. We've been huge fans of Donovan for a long time. K Casino, it'll be tough tomorrow. Kershaw looks rejuvenated. We got to unjuvenate him really quick. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Eric, World Traveler, everyone, John, Jason, K Casino. Thank you guys, James Feather. And we're going to do our last thoughts here. My last thoughts are we had a nice season so far, surprising, but that record's starting to look worse with every loss. So we need some wins. Tomorrow's huge. We need Cueto. Tomorrow, everything is tomorrow, man. I feel like it's a playoff game, so we got to get a win tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm totally with you right there. Like right now, every game is a playoff game because, like you said, early in the year, these losses, we could kind of be able to, stomach them. But now it's getting to that point, and with the Rockies just being off to a hot start and the Dodgers being off to a hot start, like we can't keep, losing series here and there. And basically, yeah, so this is a really huge game tomorrow, and facing Kershaw, it's going to be a tough one. And so, yeah, my thoughts going into it are I want to see hopefully the Giants can do what I thought they did great in the early innings today, which was, working the pitcher, getting a lot of pitches out of him. So if we can do that to Kershaw tomorrow and get into the Dodgers bullpen by the 5th or 6th, I think our offense can put up some big innings in the late innings. And yeah, and Cueto can have a good start, keep us in the game. So yeah, it's going to be a close one tomorrow. Let's see, predictions for scores. I'll say the Giants will win. I'll give it a 5-4 game. I'll say it'll be a 1-run win. We'll get the save in the 9th. And yeah, it'll be a tie. It'll be a torture, Giants baseball torture. You guys, we are back. If it's not torture, then are we really living it up? If you get what I'm saying.
See you later. James Decker is out. See you guys. Everybody is rolling out Sebastian Dispo. But yeah, that's a good prediction for tomorrow. I'll have my official prediction in the pregame tomorrow. But my pre prediction right now, I'm kind of with you. I think it's going to be tight. Those Dodgers bats are potent. I think they're going to score some runs, but the Giants are as well. I got a lot of runs actually in that one, and I say the Giants take it in nail-biting fashion, 8-7 tomorrow.
Oh man, what a nail biter! I love it.
All right. Thank you guys so much, everybody, for joining. I'm gonna send a big thank you right now from a Dodger. Appreciate everybody joining the chat today and the pre and the post game. Make sure to go check out SF Bay Area Sports Talks channel as well, and hit the subscribe button over there. And if you're not subscribed to Hum Baby Baseball, hit the subscribe button over here. And have a great day, and we talk to you next time. See ya.
Thank you, guys.
See ya. No song today for the loss, but maybe tomorrow we bust the guitar. See you guys next time. Peace.